and I'm going to talk about Matthew 6. Treasures in heaven. Treasures in heaven. All right. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moss and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moss and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Yeah. Why chase money? Why chase fame? Why chase material things when it's all going to perish? It's all going to be gone, and it doesn't go with you into the afterlife. It does not follow you there. So what is the point in dedicating one's life to all these material things? If anything, it only leaves the soul weakened. It only distracts oneself from God, and only distracts oneself from living a true righteous life. Not always, but in excess. And that's another thing I see nowadays is like a lot of people think they need like $1 million, or they gotta blow up and become famous or something like that, and that'll solve all their problems or anything like that. But yet these same people like don't live a life where they don't try to get close to God. They don't try to read the Bible. They don't try to, and not always, but seemingly the people that are the most fixated on earning the most amount of money, achieving the most amount of fame, and just pursuing material things, they seem to sort of live an empty, shallow sort of life that's lacking of God. Is the best way. One second, let me. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's my dog. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Boom, right there. That's it. You cannot be a servant, a slave for money, but be a servant of God. You cannot put money on the pedestal and also worship God. And if you worship God, then money becomes less. Money becomes less important. It becomes less of a focus in your life, in your mind. And same with any material thing, any material sort of achievement, accomplishment, success, whether it's this desire to win a medal at whatever it is, whether it's this desire to achieve X goal or whatever thing, you cannot worship that goal. You cannot put that goal on a pedestal while also worshiping God. And that's kind of the really good thing, the really healthy thing. And I feel like that helps a lot, at least with myself personally, is more on the goals and accolades side. Is like, it's humbling to sort of realize that, well, beyond all this, beyond the money, beyond any sort of fame or attention, or beyond any sort of accolade you could ever win, it's like there is God above it all. And it's like, well, in that case, then it's all kind of just puny. It's all kind of just not that big of a deal in comparison to God and living a righteous life. And then on to the next part. Do not worry, it says. Do not worry is the title. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? So this is also a really good point. They say that this is a very anxious generation. They say this is a very anxious society. And looking at this, it's like it doesn't, there is no use to stressing. There's no use to trying to neurotically control or sort of worry about anything. Not worry about anything, but to, like, there is no, it doesn't really help. It doesn't really make things better. And if anything, it's almost a distraction to worry about, oh, when am I going to get food, or when am I going to get paid, or does so and so like me, or whatever stupid thing that we can end up just worrying about. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? And that's almost like a thing of faith, like a testament of faith. It's like, if you look at the birds, look at the animals, they don't worry, they don't stress about when they're going to get fed. They just get fed. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to necessarily try too hard for it. It's just the food is naturally there. And to sort of take that mentality towards life, it's like, there's no need to worry about, like if one were to have faith, I feel like they wouldn't worry about whether or not they're going to have enough money, or whether or not they're going to be able to achieve their goals, or be able to do the things they want to do, or because it doesn't, like, one, it's not really up to them whether or not some external goal gets fulfilled, and then two, it's like, hold on, I gotta clarify my thought here. It's kind of getting wishy-washy. Look at the birds there. They're not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Look at the birds of the air. They not sow or reap. Yeah, kind of what I'm thinking with that is, like, a bird is a bird, right? A bird's a bird. A bird is a bird. All it does is bird things. It doesn't have to worry because it's a bird. And it's like, the bird being the bird gets fed. If the bird tried to be a bear and hunt the deer, it would not be fed. A bird gets all it needs and all it could ever want because it is a bird. And it's like, we are people, we are children of God. It's the best way to describe it. And it's like, as long as we are doing that, as long as we're living a life of faith, it's like, there's nothing else, there's not more we could need, there's not more we could want, and it will be provided. And a bird gets everything it needs, and it's a freaking bird. Like, it's a stinky little creature, and God makes sure the bird is fed. The God makes sure the bird gets all it needs. We're loved the most by God. So if a stinky little cretin little bird gets all it could ever want just by being a bird, then imagine what we can get, imagine what we could get as people if all we do is just live according to God, as long as we live according to what's right. And that's kind of what I get out of that, is like, and then it kind of ties in. It's like, some people who are born to be carpenters try to be a freaking stock trader, or some people who are born to be a NASA engineer try to be, who even knows, like tries to be an artist because somebody tells them, oh, you're supposed to be an artist. But that's like the bird trying to be the bear. It's like, the bird trying to be the bear is not going to get fed. Or it's like the carpenter trying to be an aerospace engineer it's not going to be a fulfilling life. It's not going to be, they might find themselves feeling like they don't have enough, or that they're in a lack, if you will. And it's like, well, just having faith and being like, okay, and just accepting, like, God's plan for you, and having faith in that, then there's no need to worry. It's kind of what I get out of that. There's no point in it, because as long as, if you're living in faith, then all will be given to you. And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow, they do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not more clothe you, you of little faith? Ye of little faith. So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need of them. Right there, ye of little faith, do not worry. What shall we eat? What shall we drink? Or what shall we wear? That is what the pagans run after. And if you don't know what a pagan is, it's one of those people that believed in like a million different gods or something and had no real unifying, defining order. And they would worry. They would chase after all these things. But you don't have to worry. As long as you have faith. So don't be one of little faith. That's something I also noticed in the Bible a lot. It says like, you of little faith, when Jesus is on the water. And when Paul stepped out of the boat and he began to sink, and then Jesus said, ye of little faith. That's like when we worry. That's like when we take our eyes off God. It's like as soon as you take your eyes off God, the accomplishments seem to become grand. But at the same time, the fear of having enough, the fear of being able to get what you need sort of starts to take over, and then you begin to sink, and then you begin to drown. But as soon as you put your eye back on God, you're lifted back up again. So it's like anything out there trying to make you worry, trying to make you feel like you don't have enough or you don't have all that you need is just trying to sink you. It's just trying to bring you down, if you will, distract you from God. Any accolade, any freaking media that's saying like, oh, look at this celebrity doing this, or this is going on in the news, and any of these events are just trying to sink you, I feel like. And it's like make you worry or take your eyes off God. And it's like, as long as one has faith, then there's no need to worry. So don't be one of little faith. That's what I get out of this. Don't be one of little faith. Have faith. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was completely all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Do take care, guys. And until next time. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, and peace.